Oh, this is gonna be fun. I heard something. We're gonna have to be fairly swift because this village here is super occupied. I hear so many footsteps. Oh no, it's occupied. Dang. This is bad. Wow, there's a Kati up here. I had no idea.
Physics wasn't my best subject in school, but I understood enough to know this isn't supposed to happen. Floating houses, invisible creatures.
Welcome back. I am a friendly pest, and today I'm playing Into the Radius, playing on an Oculus Quest 2, streaming this game from my PC over virtual desktop. This is a modded version of the game. I'm using the Scavenger mod, and I've added a couple mods since last week. Thank you to those that suggested these mods. I will demonstrate very quickly. I'm using a different hat, so it doesn't get in my eyes, which is very nice. And then also, I've got a different mask, so I can see better when I have my mask on. So, doing that for a couple reasons. One, the old hat was like coming down in my eyes a little bit more when I would stand up. I don't know why it was doing that. I found that kind of annoying and uncomfortable, actually physically uncomfortable. So these are things to just kind of improve the creature comforts of the game a little bit. Today's going to be fun. I think we're going to go back into Kolkhoz, carrying the PPSH, which I've got one magazine that has pretty good ammo in it, a mix of AP and plus P, and the other two are largely just full metal jacket rounds. I've got to do some weapon maintenance, and then I'll be carrying the 18C as an emergency plan B scenario. I'm hoping that this is enough ammo to do what I need to do, 3 full drum magazines. Even with the armored commandos, this should work out okay. Yeah, let's get started. I'm gonna do some quick weapon maintenance, pick some missions, and we'll get out there. I just woke up, so give me a minute to get going here. It's hard for me to have time to do all this stuff. So yeah, we'll start with the maintenance. Let's start with the maintenance. Someone else commented a trick that I didn't know. Watch this. See, when you guys comment, you literally make my game experience better. Like, it's not an exaggeration. It's not me, like, kissing your asses. You actually do, right? Because you teach me stuff that I wasn't smart enough to figure out on my own, and then the game's better for me. So, thank you to everyone that comments and improves my experience. Because I'm not smart enough to figure this stuff out on my own, and I'm too lazy to research it. So, that is a tricky combination as far as improving things on a game, right? These drum magazines are nice and easy to clean. This one's in rough shape. We've got no shortage of oil. Someone last week suggested that I start a Patreon, and I don't usually plug it, but I already have one. It's in the description of the video. I very intentionally do not put anything in there that you can't find free on the channel, right? And I do need to post there more often, but I don't currently have any Patreons, so I'm not super motivated to put stuff on there. What condition are you in? But I don't want anyone to feel like they're obligated to support me that way. It's like a tip jar, okay? So people that want to, awesome, much appreciated. I'll give you a shout out at the end of the video, like at the thank you section of the video. But otherwise, don't feel obligated. Don't feel like you're going to miss out on anything. You're not. It's just a tip jar. It's just a tip jar. I feel kind of funny when you see. I get it. You know, a YouTuber they create exclusive stuff for the Patreons to make it feel like they're getting some kind of value from the support. But I feel like that divides the people that enjoy your content, and then you got people that get to see stuff and people that don't get to see stuff, and I don't like that. I don't like that. So I don't do that. Let's see. Documents out there in the middle. I've never been out there. We'll carry the mission for fun. Fun, right? We're carrying the mission for fun. We might try to get that also, but we'll have to get it last because it makes noise. And a cleanup out there is not ideal. We'll carry it. We probably won't do it. Okay, so we've got 3 missions for Kolkhoz Zarya. Documents, the crier, and a cleanup. And I would think that we'd probably want to start with the cleanup, do the documents, and then get the crier. But that's not what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in from here, and I've partially cleared this depot already from this mission I did here. So I want to take advantage of the ammo I've already invested, and I want to try to punch through and clear this if I can, which is going to be super tough because even though I killed probably half of them to 70% of them, there's still a lot. So try to clear that, get what loot I can. If I have to come home with the loot first, I will, and then we will reassess how I feel, how much time I've got, and consider what we're going to do next. That's the plan. And we're going to keep pounding missions in this zone until it lets me do the story zones. And I don't know why it hasn't done that yet. Maybe I need to step into the castle zone real quick. Maybe I'll do that while I'm out here as well. And I might do a bonus video. It was requested that I listen to these. So maybe I'll do a bonus video where I just sit in here and listen to these, and it'll be a smaller upload on like a Sunday or something. Comment below if you want me to do that. We gotta attach our weapon accessories. This thing has an S rail and a B rail. So I think that means we'll go with the laser. That's because this only goes on a B, right? Yeah, so it can't take my lovely optics. Let's see. How many medical syringes do I have? 1. That is not enough. Grab another medical syringe, 2 of them probably. And we're gonna go. I think time of day is okay. Okay. We got a bunch, let's take them. Alright. Food level good, health good, everything in good repair. Let's get some. To everyone that skipped the maintenance and stuff, carrying the PPSH Block 18C, and we got 3 missions for Kolkhoz Zarya. And a plan. We've got a plan. We're gonna stick to the plan. If you have a plan, stick to the plan. Less than wise man once said a wise thing. Says that everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face, right? That's the way it's gonna roll today, probably. Feels good. Feels good to be back. Something about the art style in this game has a beauty to it that I don't feel like other games capture nearly as well. Also, one day we're going to go to the greenhouse. I'm going to go to the greenhouse, get stomped on. But I need to try to find some good gear, some accessories, some loot. We need to fight our way in. We need to get the good loot out of here that we've already wasted ammo towards. And then there's also a mob spawner somewhere inside that depot. We need to deal with that. But I expect this is still well occupied. We're gonna find out how well occupied. I drew a lot of commandos out last week with the mission I did over here, so fingers crossed that I got the worst of it. It looks like a cop. That's kind of a long shot. Yeah, I can't see that well. I missed that hollow sight. Cop, stalker. I saw something armored around here to the left. Can't see that dang laser. Should have went with the hollow sight. We're off to a good start. Crap. Okay. Stupid armored commando. We're just eating them plus P rounds. Damn. Okay. Well now, this has been rough on meds so far. Gotta find that spawner. Gotta find this spawner. Where am I getting shot at from? Up there. Man, we're going through the meds. Stuck. Unbelievable. Okay. Like my body armor is doing anything today. Got to find that spawner. Keep getting stuck on these tracks. That's crazy. I'm literally stuck. Okay, unstuck command. Where is it? You've got to be kidding me. Oh, I made it out. I made it out. Okay. What a joke. Gotta find the spawner before we loot. Dang it. Gotta find the spawner. Gotta find the spawner first. Come back for the loot if we have time. Spawner's gotta go. Nothing. That's artifact out there. If I can't find the spawner, how am I eating so many mobs? Last time I was in here, it was in here. Okay, we're just gonna have to loot as fast as we can. Look, it was here. I hit it. I must have struck it whenever I was doing the, like, spraying valiantly against the foes. Okay, so it was where I expected it to be. What is this? A DVL-10 Diversant. This thing's amazing looking. Russian-made special ops marksman rifle, 7.62 51mm integrated suppressor. It's so beautiful. I don't have a magazine for it. That's okay. Trash spaz. People that like the spaz are silly. That's a joke. That's a joke. I know you're watching. I don't think you're silly. Okay. We'll keep this over here with magazines. We'll try to carry this. Okay. Let's get what we can get. Looks like it's going to take a couple runs to carry all this crap out of here. Yeah. Now to the good part. Spoils of all that conflict. And honestly, I think that went pretty smooth. Like, other than getting stuck on the rail. The only thing that could have went better is if I'd have had more plus P ammunition. Because the The Full Metal Jacket ain't cutting it. But overall, pretty happy with it. Foul mag. Plenty of ammunition to sort when we get home, which will be alright. I've gone a very long time with no ammo, so it's going to be nice to have ammo to sort. That took way more to clear than I was hoping. I was hoping for maybe 4 or 5 mobs to still be in here. And as you guys could tell, there's a few more than that. I know this is Spike's favorite area, but this area is a pain. Let's see what else we can find. Still need to come back here for a mission someday too, which is, I don't want to come back here again. This place is so much effort to clear. Oh, nice. Regular old sellable. Don't find those very much anymore. Okay. Just double check, make sure there wasn't anything up here. I was in such a hurry when I ran through. Okay. There's a shelf back there. Nice. Nope. Come on, backpack, work with me. No question that you can find some good loot here, huh? What do you fit? Graza. AK-74M. Subsonic ammo. We don't really like that, but okay, cool. That was worth it. A little box of ammo. Work with me, bag. 7.62 54 RAP. That'll be fun if I find the right tool. We're doing great. We're doing great. Feels good. But man, you gotta have the ammo, health, and armor to clear this place to be able to get these goods out. We got multiple buildings to search and we're already getting heavy. I think we're probably gonna have to do 2 trips at least, because there's multiple large crates yet to loot. Alright, my phone alarm's going off. Hang on a second. This is cool. Amateur hour in here. Okay, alarm off. That was kind of my last resort alarm. There's 2 kinds of people. People that set 1 alarm, pop right out of bed, and there's people that set like 6 alarms. I'm a 6 alarm guy. I set 1 alarm early on purpose so that I can wake up, look at it, and know I don't have to get up yet, and roll back over. And then I also have a couple alarms, past that point when I know I need to be getting up and getting moving. Which I'm recording this Saturday. Record a week in advance. I'm back on call. Got to stay ahead of the curve. So I don't as much have things to do today, but my wife is not an early riser, and I like to spend time with her. So I pop up very early and record this stuff. That way that I can spend more time with her and not feel like I'm neglecting her with my VR habit, bro, Okay. Feeling pretty good. We got a lot of loot to do. I wonder if there's stuff underneath. I don't think there is. Get what we can get, and then we'll make a trip home, and we'll come back and we'll get some more. Look at all these bodies. That's what happens. That's what happens when you mess with me, bro. See, I bring more than enough supplies to make up for my poor accuracy, and I will get you eventually. I need to get better optics. That would be great, because the hollow sight I used on the M4 last week, that's the first time I've used optics like that, other than like a ranged scope, and that was so nice. That was so nice. I liked that way better than the laser. So, this is SKS, so Sergei's Legacy. This weapon was in Prechorsk long before the incident. Prolonged exposure to raised turned weapon. It would exceed all conceptors' expectations. So it's I think it's an SKS with better damage. So we'll take that. Oh, opens from the other side. If we're getting full, we're gonna have to carry Desert Eagle. That's probably a sell. Probably gonna sell the Desert Eagle. I know it's cool, alright? But it's so hard to find ammo for it. And somebody did comment on the video that I used it. It seems to have quite a bit of penetration versus armor. So like it's a good weapon, but it is so difficult to find ammo for that I kind of can't use it by default, even if I want to. Let's check these drawers real quick, and then we're gonna carry this stuff out and come back. And I haven't decided if I will edit that out or not. Okay. Feel like it's worth it to come back and loot these other buildings, though. So we'll just run this crap home. We'll come back and do it again. Hello. Let that BTR mosey by. Keep this one. Probably sell my old SKS now that I have it like a special SKS. Spaz is almost certainly getting sold because I already have one. I'll compare the stats on them. Oh, this one's got some kind of recoil advantage and 3 rails. Maybe I'll sell the other one. Okay. Feels good. Feels good. I'm gonna need to top my magazines off a little bit. I'm out of good ammo for the PPSH. So I'm gonna have to decide what to do about that. I guess I could try carry the spaz with I could try carrying the spaz with slugs, and maybe still attempt some of these missions I'm carrying. That's a possibility. I'm just so low on ammo. That's the kind of the point of this run today. Was I'd already invested so much ammo around the depot that I felt like I needed to clear the depot and see what I could get for it. And then I'm gonna have to spend some time just going out looking for ammo. And I'm gonna have to save some money for repairs by like going out with no armor so I don't have to pay to repair my armor. I need to build up my resources so that I can push to finish the game here. Finish my run, rather. Scavenger mods adding complications, you know, in standard mode, I'd be able to buy what I need at this point and push to finish. In Scavenger mod, I have to find it, accumulate it, and plan it, and make sure I have enough for the successful push. Because if I come up short, I've wasted those resources. A little more planning involved. Dang, it's dark here. I'm not gonna take a bunch of time to sort this stuff now. Might go ahead and use this spaz. They are the same. They are the same. So, it's getting sold. That stuff we're just going to throw everything on the floor and organize it later. Because we got to lighten up to get back out there. Oops, need that. Okay. You know what? It's time to start selling some of these knives. This is ridiculous. We'll keep this because it's cool. I've got 2 others. We'll sell it too. Okay. Alright. A lot of stuff to organize at the end of this day. Okay. That is so cool. That is so cool. I hope I have ammo for that thing. Alright. We got 2 med syringes. How are we doing on ammo? That's pretty full. Okay. We're gonna leave this mag. Actually, I leave that there. Check the time. Can't see it. Plenty of time. We're gonna try to go get some of these missions. Organize that in a bit. Organize this stuff later. I've got meds. I've got some ammo. Let's go back out there and see what we can get. Yeehaw. Feels good to be fast. When I get done clearing the depot, I will consider the documents, which is out in the middle. I don't have much experience there in this zone. The crier, I think, is pretty doable. I can definitely get the crier. I'm seeing a lot of little armor flickers in the dark moving around. Train's so loud. So I'm thinking I'll probably have to skip the documents. Maybe go for the crier. And I dropped an M4 mag last week out in that field I would like to go find. Alright. Back to the spoils of our conflict. I think I'm gonna get all my meds back. And, oh yeah. And I'm probably gonna get enough money to fix my armor and still come out a little bit ahead. If I could do those missions, I would absolutely come out ahead. Full, huh? That's probably getting sold anyway because I wouldn't carry that shotgun if you paid me. I had a horrible run with that thing. I like the Spaz way better. Alright, anything else in here? Okay. Not much in that room. That's alright. Hey, let's go. Saw several comments lately that like people got into this game because of my videos, or my videos encouraged that, and that's a super cool feeling. What is this? A grenade launcher attachment? What's it go on? Must go on the AK, huh? Yeah, it does. It goes on the AK. So I've already got one of those. And we'll probably sell the extra depending on what it's worth. But like the idea that somebody stumbled across one of my videos where I kind of like incompetently bumble around and talk about stuff that's not even related to the game, and somebody thought the game looked fun, and that is super cool for me. Tiger magazine. I found a magazine for the Tiger rifle. I'm so excited. We could finally use that thing. That's great. So we don't have much ammo for it, but we have some. There's an entire box of weapon maintenance crap. Maybe we can sell some of it. I don't know, that's super cool to me. That's super cool to me. Comments like that make my day. I'm really kind of a simple human, right? Nice comments make my day in a way that, you know, probably isn't even healthy, right? Probably not even healthy. So thank you. Thank you for nice comments. Thank you for any comments, you know. Thank you for suggestions, guidance, criticism. Thank you for criticism. Because without that, I won't know where I need to improve to do better, and I want to do better. So if you see something that could be better, and it's within my ability to do, then I will do it. And I learned a long time ago that if you let your ego get in the way of learning, then you're not going to learn anything. So I try to not let anything hurt my feelings. Like, the reason that the video is fairly stable is because people complained about the shake and suggested I find a way to use some stabilization software, so I did. And it greatly improved my content and probably made my stuff more watchable. So that criticism was very valuable. If I'd had some kind of ego about it and like, nah, my content's fine, I don't need no stabilizer, right? And it's less comfortable for people to watch, less people enjoy it. I get to interact with less people, lose, right? So really try not let my ego get in the way of learning. Well, this is disappointing. I was hoping for at least one more good crate. We had to come look, but not much, huh? I think we scoured it. I don't think you can get inside this building. We'll check real quick. We'll go ahead and get this artifact. It's right out here, too. Is that a health syringe just laying out there? Nope. I was really hoping to find some optics. Nice. Okay. Well, let's see about knocking out a couple of these missions. One anyway. And try to find my M4 mag that I dropped last week. Tell you what, though, that's good advice for anything. I've been in a lot of work environments where egos held people back. It could have went a lot further. And I don't think ego's a worthless thing. Like, there's certain jobs where you're going to have to believe in yourself a little more than you probably should if you're going to be successful. Like those guys that are hanging off of helicopters fixing power lines and like 10 below temperatures and stuff. You know what I mean? You're going to need some ego right there, right? Because a reasonable person isn't going to want to do that. That's a pretty extreme example, right? So we got one of them sliders out there. I think we can largely ignore him. And probably find my M4 mag here. And if he teleports over this way, we'll fill him full of bullets. We'll fill him full of bullets until he falls down. And there's an armored commando. Really just wanted my damn magazine. Didn't want all this extra. Dropped it somewhere out in the middle of this field. Doing? We're hanging in there. Gotta love the bottomless magazine of the PPSH. This zone. Worthless. We'll sell it. Okay. This place is just full. That was stupid to bury the magazine, huh? What do you have left in case I get in like full emergency mode? 3 rounds, yeah. That would definitely be full emergency mode. Let's try to find my magazine from last week. I ran this way from that way, and I made it as far as, I think, these anomalies. I think, before I turned and fought. So, it should be here. Hear the BTR, don't see the BTR. This might be gone. This magazine might be gone. And I could probably find another M4 magazine though. I just hate to lose it. Okay. Let's see if we can get these documents while we're being dumb. Figure good chance that we've cleared most of the mobs. If this water kills me, I will never cross water in this game again. It looks safe. It's not safe. It's not safe. It's not safe. It's not safe. We're gonna chill, and we're gonna go back the other way. We're gonna chill, and we're gonna go back the other way. Water is the worst in this game. Bro can't hold his breath for 10 seconds. You know what I mean? Wonder if I could get up those rocks. No way. I could tell from the bottom of them. No. Okay. Circle out, cross the bridge. Didn't want to do this. Gotta run from this BTR anyway. Piss off, bro. Thanks, such a pain. It's gonna be a long video this week. You know, I kind of like this zone, though. Look, I think it's harder than it needs to be. But it's also, it's kind of fun how ridiculous it is. Like how much on your game you need to be. And there's no way to take out these mobs without taking some damage. So it's a matter of showing up as well prepared as you can and measuring how much damage you're taking in the fight and knowing when to step back and heal. Because the enemies are just too accurate and they take too much damage to be able to put them down without getting hurt yourself. But I've had a good time here today. Absolutely had a good time here today. So, let's see. According to the map, the documents will be up here. And if there's a whole bunch of mobs, we're gonna bug out. We don't have that much ammo left. Getting tired, getting stressed. We'll see how it goes. What a super cool house. Which probably means I have to climb up there to get the documents. Target back there. That might have been a stalker. I've never been here before. I've never made it this far. Been chased back out of this spot. Over here, bro. Let's go. Come here. Over here? Yeah. Wish the BTR would screw off because I'd like to look at this. Trying to enjoy something. BTR won't let you. Wonder how you get up there. Far side looks like rocks, ramps, and climbings. Gotta get that BTR to go away somehow. See how many flies that drew. BTR might have ruined my day on this. I have to keep an eye out because there's so many mobs in that greenhouse they could come out. We don't want that. Dude, what a pain. What a pain. Like, I genuinely hate this thing. It's like a force of nature cruising around the battlefield that just stops your progress. And you have to run away until it finally pisses off, right? And then you can come back. Like, it's such a frustrating experience to deal with. And it's like, I don't even really feel any stress or anxiety towards it in a way that would be kind of like fun. Like if you had something really nasty on the field that you were looking out for, because it's so loud and you're so aware it's around. And it's so easy to deal with. You just run away, come back, right? So I don't know that the BTR accomplishes what it's supposed to accomplish. Oh, this is going to be fun. I heard something. We're going to have to be fairly swift because this village here is super occupied. I hear so many footsteps. Oh no, it's occupied. Dang. This is bad. Wow, there's a Katya up here. I had no idea.
Physics wasn't my best subject in school, but I understood enough to know this isn't supposed to happen. Floating houses, invisible people. None of this is supposed to happen. Don't get me wrong.
Oh.
I'm glad you're alive. But
Damn it.
every time you die, what I was trying to say is, what do you think happened? How did all the start working? Was it aliens? Magic? A new weapon being tested by the Americans or by us? I've been thinking about it all this time that I've been trapped, and I just don't know. Not knowing makes it harder to grieve and to make peace with what happened. There's no one to blame, just terrible, terrible loss. My home, my family, friends, my future. Don't you dare leave me too.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Nothing amazing up here. But what a fight that was. What a fight that was. We better top off. Just burn the meds. We gotta get out of here. Where are the documents? Maybe in this little cabinet. What the? They were in the floor. Okay. Well now. go. Can't see because of the muzzle smoke. No! Damn it! We're getting out of here. We're getting out of here. We're going. Absolutely did not deserve to survive that fall. I tried to walk forward and grab the ladder to make my trip down quick because I knew I was going to get shot at, and I missed that grab. We're getting out. We have pushed fate well beyond. We'll touch the castle zone real quick just to open it and see if that changes missions. But it's been a full day. It's been a full day, and I'm past my limit. Out of bullets and everything. Whew. What a day. I can't believe I didn't die on that fall. Really glad I didn't die on that fall, but I can't believe I didn't. Okay. We burned up any meds we had left. Should be pretty safe just to peek in castle and come out. It didn't used to be all that dangerous unless you were there to go inside. So we'll find out real quick. It's gonna take a while to edit this one. I feel like this has been tweaked a lot since I was here last. Okay. We can't do anything with these armored targets and like part of a magazine left, so cool. Maybe that'll open the missions that I need, these final missions. Next week's gonna be fun. I finally got a magazine for the Tiger rifle. I got that great big divergent thing, whatever it is. I've got some gear to play with. So I might just do some fun next week and experiment with different weapons and ammo and stuff, just for fun. Go out into the purgatory route in the village and stuff, and try to get some ammo and accessories and health, and just have some fun experimenting with some different weapons, because the last couple weeks in a row have been high stress, pushing hard in this zone, and success level's been okay. I would have liked to have gotten that crier also, but getting the documents, that was insane. That was insane. Like, I had to go right in the middle of probably the worst spot I've ever been in as far as like just a bad scenario. And then 3 armored guys on a slider fighting me in a phone booth. Wasted all my ammo, nearly died, and then all the mobs collected at the bottom of the building. Like, for a document that's worth $1,200, that was stupid, right? That was stupid. So, anyway, I feel like I could have probably got the crier also if getting the document wasn't so ridiculous. But it is what it is. I feel good about the run overall. Still got the PPSH. Was afraid, like when I fell and panicked, that I might drop a bunch of things running. And I know I dropped something. I don't know, it might have been food, I'm not sure. I know I dropped something, but It wasn't the documents. Let's go home. Feels good. That was a run there. What a run. We'll keep this. I need to see if I kept the other tiger rifle. I don't remember. I normally like to sell at this point, but I've got an hour's worth of organizing to do. So I might toss a couple of the big ticket items real quick, so we get some selling out of this. But all this is gonna need organized. Are you special? It's a little better than. I guess we'll plan on keeping that. Documents, we need those. We'll sell that. I'm gonna keep the toothbrush. Sell the food. Why not? That our tiger rifle. Nice. Finally. Keep those. Look at this. I mean, this is gonna take me forever to organize. Welcome to Scavenger mod. I have greatly enjoyed the different loot tables for Scavenger mod, but I admit I am ready to stop organizing ammo on this scale. Let's see if that other. I might have sold the other tiger rifle. So I can get rid of this. There we go. Because I've got the better one, right? Because this is just an SKS and that one's special. We'll keep the tiger rifle, sell the spaz. So, what do we want to sell here? Sell that. Sell the knife. Keep the cassette. Gonna sell this. And all this stuff. And I will organize everything else before I try to record next week. Now I have an hour. I'll have an hour messing with that. Hopefully we'll have some missions opened up to go places that I've not been. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed that run. I enjoyed that. I went some places I've never been before. I got out of some situations I'd never been in before, and that was fun for me. That was fun. It was super tough, but I did enjoy it. Okay, so this is worth $11.20, which is an absolute joke. That's an absolute joke. Let's see. Oh my goodness. 12,000? That's insane. 12,000. Any guesses on what this stuff's worth before I look at it? I mean, it's not gonna be worth enough for that, right? Got a number in your head? 2682. Jeez. So we've made 3,700 after investing around 300 rounds. And we've got 12 grand in repairs. Welcome to Scavenger mod. I don't think you're supposed to fix this stuff, bro. I don't think you can afford to fix it. 8K. 12K, see? That's crazy. What does it sell for? 1,200. That's stupid. That's stupid. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You gotta like go out into the purgatory route in the village and maybe even the factory and do it without armor, as bad as that sounds, because you can't afford to fix your armor. So I'm gonna have to find better armor out there somewhere. Let's see if any new missions popped up before we log out. But it's been a day. It's been a day. That hurt my feelings. I'm like negative $9 grand for the day. Plus bullets. Kids playground? Oh no. Next week, we're going back to the depot. We have to. We have to because we've already invested the money to clear it. Next week, we're going back to the depot. So, I've got 2 days. Next week, I'll grab something that I have ammo for, and I'll go back to the depot, and we'll save our fun run for another day, but we're gonna have to. Anyway, so we got a plan for next week. We finished the run this week, such as it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This will go up on Friday, but whenever you find this video, hopefully it finds you well. Thank you to everyone commenting, giving me advice on how to improve my play experience, a different strategy, etc., and so on. I will take that advice as I can and implement it as well as I know how when I have the opportunity to do so, but I do appreciate it, even if you don't notice that I do so immediately, as I'm a little scattered sometimes at best, and when I remember to do things, I do. But I appreciate the advice, the criticism, and the support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting this tiny channel, and have a nice day.